Guys, so here bringing you another video and welcome back to another viewer spectates. We are starting to get back into doing these, which I'm very happy about. We're watching Hidden Hobbit today, so we are in gold, I believe 2 EU West, so above average rank technically, and we're playing Shyvana, and specifically AP Shyvana because we have Dark Harvest. Comp wise, both comps are just pretty standard. The only thing that I don't, I was gonna say the only thing I don't like is Annie with Emilio. It looks like they are trading. Enemy team or Morgana are at least looking for a invade, but then ends up going for the Milio when Annie was actually the nearer target. Caitlyn has yet to make an impact in the game. She's not bought an item, so she's just AFK right now, which obviously isn't great. Oh, okay, so we are in gold 2, so I was actually thinking, oh, they're going to swap. No. So they're putting Annie with Milio in bot lane, and they're putting Caitlyn in mid. Obviously, that was their positions. Caitlyn was mid and Annie was AD, but why would you want to do that? I guess the Caitlyn was like, nope, I'm playing mid lane. Oddly. Again, technically, I imagine Caitlyn isn't bad into Mauls because, you know, Mauls as a champion really can't punish things. So Caitlyn's going to just get free farm as an AD carry, but then you're laning Annie with Emilio when actually Caitlyn is one of the best champions with it. So nice leash, perfect smite at 600, gets straight onto the Gromp. Runes, by the way, let's just go over them. Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Treasure Hunter into Gathering Storm, Transcendence, and runes for attack speed, attack armor for now because it's adaptive, and then attack, and then armor. Singe gets first blood in top lane, which is actually kind of nuts. You can see Olaf has died with both summoners available. So yeah, what a bit of a weird death there by Olaf. But obviously I've played a decent amount of Shyvana in my time. For those that are wondering, like, you know, I'm playing actually more jungle. I believe this video is being uploaded in the midst of the recording session where I uploaded every single game. And all I will say, you know, just to kind of keep the vibe good, is we have recovered the main account a bit, and jungle is the key. Apparently, we're doing not bad in the jungle recently. So Shyvana, why I wouldn't probably play Shyvana right now, is I think Shyvana is decent against a lot of champions, but when it comes to the upper echelon of junglers, I think is where she struggles. So like if you're against a Kha'Zix or a Hecarim, I just don't really see Shyvana on their level. And that's where, like, I'm playing Silas, I'm playing Gragas. They're pretty popular, but they're not as popular or mainstream as like the Hecarim or the Kha'Zixes are, so they fly a little bit under the radar. You did obviously see Milio died in bot lane to a gank. Nice, really nice flip by Singed actually, and Shyvana gets herself a free kill. So that was really good timing, nice patience, really good by the Singed to time obviously a flip for free. Saw his jungler coming, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But obviously junglers have done slightly different paths and stuff here. Oh, so see, that was a negative, and obviously we're going to point out mistakes where they come. Why that didn't go very well is because Hidden Hobbit opened with Smite, thus leading Hidden Hobbit to be vulnerable to getting outsmited by Jarvan. Now, I imagine, you know, Jarvan just ganked bot lane. You're not expecting Jarvan to be about, which is true, but whenever there's a crab spawn, you need to keep up on your toes, and obviously, unfortunately, just get bitten in the butt there. Obviously worth knowing, Hidden Hobbit still might have died in that situation, even if, you know, you didn't use the smite early, but there was a much bigger chance obviously of getting the crab. What I like though, you respawn straight away to the other crab, no big fuss, just get the other crab, and then you're pretty much even when it comes to XP, more or less. Jarvan might technically now be a little bit ahead because he does have a kill and an assist, but it's not the worst situation. You know, recover, get the XP that you need, and there you go. Singed does end up actually now dead to the Olaf, which is not great after Olaf already being 0-2. But that is the thing with Olaf. Olaf, obviously, for a very long time, I don't know if he'd still be considered the best top laner, but he has been pretty damn good for a long time in the jungle. Are we looking at a dragon? Yes, potentially. No, is it not spawned yet? Let's bring up the objective timers in the bottom right. So on spawn, Hidden Hobbit is bam, dragon. Obviously, it goes without saying, and I actually really like this. So many people would never expect a jungler to do dragon on spawn. You just don't. But obviously Shyvana as a champion, Fury of the Dragonborn, literally Dovahkiin, she deals 20% more damage to dragon type jungle monsters. So just straight up, she does more damage to dragons. And then she gains 5 armor and magic resist, and then an additional for each, increased by an additional 5 for each dragon defeated by one or other allies. So every time a dragon is killed, when, you know, either you kill it or technically your teammates kill it, you are gaining resistances as Shyvana. That is just free stats. So right now, because she was involved in the kill, she got the 5 armor and 5 magic resist, and technically increased by an additional 5 when it's defeated by her or allies. So that is the benefit of, you want to be involved in the kill as Dragon as Shyvana, because you're getting an extra 5 resistances. But even if you don't get involved, you're still gaining resistances as well. So that is the partial negative of when Shyvana top lane has been occasionally meta. You do see Shyvana top laners run down to help the dragon because they want to get the extra resistances. And I know 5 doesn't seem like a lot, but if you do prioritize dragons and you get 4 dragons and you're involved in all 4, that's 40 armor and magic resist extra. That is huge. Like 40 each for nothing else. You're not buying any items, is actually pretty damn decent. So unfortunately, the weakness, obviously, what Caitlyn's going to have is getting ulted by Mal's into a Jarvan gank, and you're going to be vulnerable to die. Mainly because, obviously, as an AD carry, your weakness is death. By jungle ganks, your weakness is death by mages. Technically, mages, even though, yes, the champion's nice kill, even though mages aren't in their strongest place at the moment, and Jarvan, by the way, is here trying to take it. Oh! Jarvan did the exact same thing. So now both junglers have done the exact same play of smiting early, thus leading the other one to get the objective that they were trying to get. Caitlyn ult comes down, doesn't finish the kill, but with give now the priority for the neutral scuttle crab. Singed now kills the Olaf. Absolute fiesta up in top lane. Morgana doing her best to try and stop it. I'd go aggressive on that Morgana. Yeah, I think this is the right call. You've got Annie nearby. You just need to land a stun. You have the flash from Morgana. So overall, really nice play. I think Morgana is, let's say, testing her limits a bit too much. I don't think Morgana should be really doing that type of play. Her AD carry just died. He's not around. The jungler had to back off because he got bullied out. You're then a support going in alone. Not worth doing. What I like by Hidden Hobbit is taking that leap, quite literally. That's what I like. Sometimes, especially when you watch engagey junglers like Shyvana, Hecarim, Rammus, a lot of the time people's weakness when playing those champions is hesitancy. If that was the right word. They're so hesitant, or Malphite. Why? A lot of the time people are looking for the absolute perfect situation. If you're playing Malphite, it's like, no, I won't ult anything. If it's 3 champions, I want 3 champions minimum stacked up, then I'll ult. But they're missing that one AD carry that you could catch by yourself and win you the game. Or same with Shyvana, she does so much big AoE damage. I'd love just to have 3 or 4 people and then I'll go in. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes just pulling the trigger and just going bam is the better thing to do. And so far, obviously, we've just hit level 6. Hidden Hobbit went straight away for that play, which I really do like. I like that they went for that. They got the flash off the Morgana, and obviously flash from Morgana is very valuable because you can flash to reposition to make sure your shackles hit or whatever may happen with your ulti. So getting rid of that option is really nice. Farming wise, obviously Shyvana nearly approaching the highest farm in the game. She is a very quick farming jungler, which is a benefit. You know, as mentioned, I've been playing a few junglers like Sylas, etc. Sylas, very bad clear, very slow place clear. It's quite apparent, but he's got very good ganks and very high damage. Meanwhile, this could be good if Jarvan's still in the area. Shyvana's got ultimate back up. I'd be patient around this blue. Mal's has killed her again. So yeah, Caitlyn, there's a reason AD carries aren't really supposed to go mid. They're not designed for the role, and mages, even though, again, mages aren't the strongest, mages are designed to be AD carries. Exact same as assassins as well. Ooh, Olaf had ulti. Shyvana's going to go in. I would walk her, so kiting out an Olaf is risky. You do get the kill eventually, but that was close. Look how low health you were. Standing still as AP Shyvana against an Olaf, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But at least they got the kill. Singed, obviously, he's done okay in this game so far, but he is building very squishy. I think he might be rushing Rylai, which is good, but obviously Olaf will, with his ulti, ignore the slow. So yeah, you got Riley. So you're really trying to prioritize running away from an Olaf, because just reminding everyone, the updates that they did both to Olaf and Swain very similar. Their ultimates can be absolute indefinite if they keep attacking. So if Swain in Demon Bird mode keeps sucky things, he never runs out of demon energy. Olaf, oh boom, oh, I love it, very good. Olaf, if he constantly is auto attacking, his ult doesn't run out. So the priority when you're fighting against them is, if you cannot kill them instantly, back off and reset. So as we've literally mentioned a few times already in this game, and well done to Shyvana, AD carries aren't really good against mages. Notice Annie just got a solo kill against Jhin and used both summoners, because again, mages are good against AD carries. That's why you don't want to play something like Caitlyn, an AD carry, a pure AD carry. You don't want to take that into mid. There are exceptions, you know, Akshan is an exception because he's an AD carry designed for mid. What does that mean? I'd actually have to potentially look it up, but I would wager, nice engage here by Shyvana, into the nice stun, very nice, love it. I would wager, and I'd have to look it up if someone wants to correct me or look it up themselves, Akshan, I'd imagine, has better base stats or resistances than the average AD carry, because he is designed to be a solo champion, where a Caitlyn or an Ezreal or whatever it may be, they are designed for bot lane. So they will naturally have weaker resistances because they're designed to be in a duo lane versus Akshan that's designed to be in a solo lane. There's an indefinite difference there. And obviously his kit is designed more to be solo anyway. That's what he was designed for. So if you want to play an AD carry in a solo lane, play one that's designed to kind of do it. You know, obviously Vayne in top lane isn't technically designed for top. She's just so effective as a good counter pick against bruisers. That's why Vayne top can work. Again, her true damage, mobility, stealth, all that stuff. She has an E to push melee champions away from her. Play one that actually is a good idea. So doing blue buff and then going straight back to bot lane. Annie gets the stuns off. Shyvana's going to look for the gank. Ulti incoming. Here we go. Bada bing. Boom. Not the most accurate, but that's the nice thing about Shyvana. A massive fireball. You don't always have to be absolute pinpoint precision and accuracy. It can hit big. So worth knowing, top lane is starting actually to go very bad for the Singed. He is struggling. Even though Singed has a completed item and Olaf doesn't, this is the strength of Olaf, and part, dare I say, the weakness of Singed. He's not the strongest champion in lane phase. He can be annoying in lane phase, but Singed, I'd say his main strength is late game, really. Like, I've seen Singed when they get to 5-6 items, they're near unkillable. They're running among everything, just dotting everything up with percentage damage of demonic and stuff. It's really crazy. And then he's tanky, and then he's slowing everything with Riley. But in lane phase, it's a struggle. Where I would imagine the Singed is struggling, and maybe he's misplaying, is he's probably not running away from the Olaf effectively, so Olaf is keeping his ulti. Now, when it comes to Hidden Hobbit, so far, and that's the thing, obviously, Hidden Hobbit is worth saying, has asked me to watch this game. So far, lots of ticks in boxes. Farming well, dragon control is completely on point, and that's fantastic as Shyvana. Ganks have been good. You've been involved in 4 kills. I wouldn't say, you know, oh, you should be ganking more. I think it's been a very nice ratio of farming to ganking, and that's what you want to do as Shyvana. Build-wise, completely standard. Obviously, Nash's Tooth, first item. The only thing I would say is the jungle clear is very good, but you are sometimes arriving at the jungle camp a few seconds early. So, I don't know, maybe you could be looking for different situations or ganks in that time. All right, play happening here. Opens with ulti, misses, I think, the E, or maybe it hit. It was a bit weird to see, but another kill for you, and you do get it. So, very nice, just goes for it. And like I said, some Shyvanas there would not have used ulti. They would have been a bit hesitant. I actually like that Hidden Hobbit is just is very decisive. I'm going to go for this ult play, wabam. So I do respect that, and I really like it, because even I would say sometimes it's quick when you're ulting, but that's what is actually going to be quite effective. You're actually probably surprising the enemy by just instantly ulting. Because I would say at this stage of the game, even when I've played Shyvana, I normally don't instant ult. I kind of like wait out the fight, try to do little things here and there. Singed unfortunately just died, by the way. That's not a great death. But yeah, sometimes I'd be a bit patient, and then if they flash away or something, then I'll ult to catch back up with them. But this is actually doing really well. It's actually effective the other way around because you're catching the enemy by surprise. That Olaf died, by the way. He used Ghost, but he, I think at the time, had Flash Up, and he didn't use it because he probably was like, whoa, Jesus, what just happened? It's actually quite effective because, you know, Shyvana is a burst. AP Shyvana is pretty much a burst champion, more or less. The reason why you get Nashor's Tooth, I think, is basically to maximize your attack speed to regen your passive. And obviously it is... Oh, hello, Olaf. It is good, obviously. And now run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. And dead. So that is where I would say, as AP Shyvana especially, do not be just fighting an Olaf. I don't honestly know why Olaf is even here. I guess Dragon is coming up. And obviously Shyvana's been very good with Dragon. So the enemy team are like, right, we should prioritize not letting them have it. And I guess that's what's happening. Caitlyn, by the way, unfortunately has died again. Kraken Slayer on Caitlyn is also not the correct item. So, you know, we are in, I think, gold, high gold. It is a bit weird to see just Caitlyn mid in general, but it's also weird to see a Caitlyn by Kraken. She's not really a Kraken champion. But at the same time, you know, Olaf roaming from top lane. His top lane tower is about to die. Dragon play is happening. Shyvana is on her way. Singed TP's in. So he's going to do what he can. Obviously, Jarvan's still doing the dragon, but Shyvana ends up here. Does get a big shutdown on Mal's, obviously getting fed from the Caitlyn, and they're going to try and finish off the Jarvan, which he gets a shutdown too, and they manage to secure the dragon. So what actually wasn't the best situation has actually turned not bad. So the dragon, by the way, because... Has that not updated? Why isn't that giving 30? Oh, Sin just died. I'm actually a bit weirded out. Whoa, Jin damage, by the way. Damn. Surely that should be 30 because you get 5 attack armor and magic resist per dragon you kill, and then increased by an additional 5 for each dragon defeated by her or her allies. But she's killed 3 dragons. I'm pretty sure you don't need technically the last hit. Well, Shyvana's had the last hit on 2 of them for sure. I don't think you need to be in... I think you just have to be involved in the kill. Like, you know, on the right when it pops up allies have killed, you just have to have your portrait in that and it counts you being involved. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this should be... Pretty sure that should be 30. So if someone corrects me why that isn't 30, let me know. Because technically... I don't know. Maybe it's just the first dragon that she gets 2 additional for. I'm not sure. Anyway, so Olaf running people down. Again, you can see where it's going wrong. They're not running away from him directly. Caitlyn should have just run right completely. Like Singed, he's trying to actively do damage on top of the Olaf. You're giving the Olaf exactly what he wants. How you beat Olaf is not by standing on top of Olaf. That's what it's his perfect situation. Oh, nice flash by Annie, by the way. So Annie gets the kill on Jin. Jarvan probably is going to kill this Annie. She needs to dodge the EQ, which she doesn't. She does get the Morgana, though, so that's not too bad. So she gets 2 for 1 in a 3v1 situation. You can't ask for much more. So that's not bad. Caitlyn's now buying anti-healing, which obviously is a counter to the Olaf partially, but I don't think that she technically should be building against the Olaf. Again, if it's not obvious, she shouldn't have a Kraken. She should have probably Gale Force, because also Gale Force helps you more against Olaf anyway. But yeah, damage-wise though, and updates for items on Hidden Hobbit has got their Night Harvester, which is a good item. On Night Harvester, I will say, it is becoming really popular. I am building Night Harvester now on Gragas. I'm buying it on Silas. It's pretty big. Because mana is... I don't know. Mana is not the biggest issue in a lot of champions anymore. Oh, is he going to go for Jhin, maybe? So yeah, because mana isn't that hard to maintain, especially in the jungle, because of all the new pets and everything like that, you can get away with not having a mana mythic. You just don't need one. So Dragon is coming up in a minute 45 roughly. It's obviously the Infernal, and that would complete the Dragon Soul. And if Shyvana gets it, it would complete dominance on all dragons so far. Obviously, the enemy team was trying to do the first one. Singed, by the way, is having a bit of a laughy laugh and killing the Mouse. He's probably going to end up dead here because he just can't get away. But Morgana gets it because, again, her W's an execute and Jhin just quite didn't have the damage. Enemy is pinging Baron. Not sure Baron is the right call. They are, though, tempting it. They've got vision, so Shyvana and co have vision. Olaf has left the game, but I think instantly reconnected he did. They should be reacting to this. Caitlyn should be moving to Baron, but obviously we've not seen the best play by this Shyvana. So here we go. Odd play by enemy team, I will say. This could be a very nice play by Shyvana. And here we go. In we go. Oh, let's go! Gets the Baron steal and a double kill. And now fighting the Jarvan, who isn't incredibly weak. His build is bizarre, though. Boom! Jhin uses Gale Force really early. Yeah, Jarvan bought a Force of Nature rush. Ooh. Does get fourth shotted. But yeah, very odd Baron, I will say. Also very weird that Caitlyn didn't even attempt to help. Again, it's a peculiar game in some degrees. And he gets another kill on Mouse. Obviously, Mouse was trying to get a solo kill on Caitlyn. He got a low, but he just, as you can see, his ult is still available. He couldn't quite get the ulti on the Caitlyn by the looks of it. But they are getting an inhib. So again, reminding everyone, inhibs this early 20-ish minutes are risky. Because if you don't end the game with this inhib, or you don't get a significant advantage, all you're basically doing is funneling gold into the enemy team. Super minions, which are worth like 90 gold a piece. That is... Oh, here we go. Olaf's going for a play into the ulti. Honestly, because there's 4 of you, just focus him. Yeah. Sometimes it's about running away, but when he's going in 4v1, just focus him and he'll end up dying. Enemy team, it does seem like Tilt is taking over a little bit, potentially. He's running into the Dragon Pit, which is basically hello to Shyvana. Does miss the E, unfortunately, but he should end up dead. And there we go. And that should also complete the complete domination on dragons, which is a very nice place to be as Shyvana. Obviously, I believe it's worth knowing, you know, it doesn't max out of 4, because Elder Dragons are also dragons. They will still give you stacks. If the game lasts an hour and a half, and there's 7 Elder Dragons killed, you're going to be gaining those stacks as well, because they are dragons. That has 25 total armor and magic resist bonus, which again is big. That's actually really nice. Makes her, even as AP, it just gives you that little bit extra tankiness that people aren't expecting out of full AP Shyvana. It's one of the strengths, obviously, of Shyvana. She can build full AP, and she is actually surprisingly strong with it. I don't know what the Morgana's doing. Oh, Jesus. Just the ulti alone killed the Morgana. I don't know why she's just standing there. But yeah, there's obviously ulti and also the Infernal proc. But yeah, very peculiar. We've seen some odd play by certain people this game. Big boom. And obviously Jarvan's build is odd. He's obviously got Merc Treasure Defined, but then the Force of Nature is not what Jarvan is supposed to do. Just reminding everyone, Jarvan gained popularity and strength because they changed him, in essence, to be able to build full AD but maintain tankiness. They made his shield scale of AD. So the more AD you've got, nice. The more AD you've got, the more shielding you get. So that's why you build AD. But overall, 14-3-1 performance from Shyvana so far. I think that'll be it. Complete domination of dragons. Really nice ratio of ganking to farming. Finishes the game 203 farm, highest farm in the game. I would say near enough for an actual solo queue game, near enough a flawless game. If you play like this, you will 100% climb. There's no doubt in my mind. Obviously, there were some odd things going on, but you also had a 0-5 mid laner. Usually having a 0-5 mid laner is really bad. Does show, you know, even an AD carry in mid lane. Mid lane isn't the biggest lane. But well, it's not the biggest lane. Having a Malzahar in the mid lane isn't punishing something going 0-5. If that was a Katarina or a Kiana or a Sylas, this game could be very different, because then they would have that crazy champion that can potentially carry. But it's a Malz. He can't do that. But overall, really good. Not much to improve on particularly this game. Just obviously the little things. Going for an early smite when you don't exactly know where the jungler is. Potentially don't. Being careful, obviously, in the early game where always thinking where the Jarvan could be. Yes, he technically did gank bot lane, but naturally after that gank, he's probably going to go back, use any gold, and then he's probably going to go to the other side of the map. So things like that, I think, would be worth thinking about. But overall, near enough a flawless solo queue game. So really, really good job. Anyway, that is going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime.